Okay, so I just finished priming all the parts that make up the Arbalest, the high-grade Arbalest. And I used Mr. Surfacer 1200. Did a lot of the whites, the blues, the semi-blue, the other blue, the other blue, the other blue, the other blue. So they're all done. Now it's time for me to paint them. And the first thing I'm going to start is I'm going to use this Gundam Colors for Builders ARX-7 white version anime color semi-gloss. It's a good coverage on this paint. I see how it is. This one, don't want to oversaturate it. I gave it a 50-50 blend of thinner. I'm just going to do light passes on this. Sometimes when you paint white, sometimes if you do it too much, though, it'll oversaturate. And you know what? I have the camera maybe a little too close to this whole thing. Let me readjust it a bit to think about it until now. Okay, that in there. And I can always use the zoom feature. So, parts here. Let's zoom into that. The lighting is okay. Let's move the camera. There we go. Now I think that should be a little bit better now. Now, it's not done, of course. I'm going to give it another pass later on. So that way we have the coverage. Hold on a second here. There we go. Yeah, I mentioned before that I was going to do weathering, but considering the lack of white, maybe not complete lack of white, but how spread out the white is and how small the parts are. Not to mention that there's like 3 different color tones of the other color. I don't know how well that will come out if I do a appreciating. So you'll find that would be a good idea to appreciate just the whites and then don't appreciate the other guys. Hold on a second here, because now my airbrush is acting funny. Let me just do a mixture of it. I had another airbrush that fell. This one right here. And the blade. Not the blade, but the tip. I'm sorry, the tip. I don't know how it ended up going. God damn it, come out. Now what's going on here? There we go. The needle, actually, the needle went all the way up front, and I couldn't remove it. I had a hard time popping it out. And once I did, I realized that it damaged the nozzle. I accidentally dropped it. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, I have 3 Neos here already. I'm pulling up the backup one. And if this damages out, then I have to pull out the other backhoe. And if that damages up, then I'm screwed. There we go. Let's pull out something a little bit bigger. Now it's not a total loss with the airbrush, because now that I realize, because it's starting to do exactly what my other airbrushes did last time, where it was the nozzle that needed to be replaced. So all I need to do is buy a new nozzle and put it in, and then that will be, you know, I'll recover my airbrush. Something's going on with this airbrush, because I think I may have over-thinned it, or not over-thinned it. I'm just going to do a complete overall spray of the parts, so that way I can get, I'll get a standard coverage, and then after I flush out the paint coming out of this, I'll give it a second layer just to give it a nice touch-up. Alright, that's alright. Let me continue on with the remaining white parts. Then I'll do a second coat later on. And then we'll move on to the next color. Alright, so the next color we're going to be painting is going to be the Titan's Blue 1. That's going to be on the bluish color tones. It makes up for the Arbalest. Do a quick zoom in here so you guys can see all this. Let's spray and pray. I'm going to give it a light pass. Just for now. I'll give it a second coat later on. Here's the front noggin. Alright. That looks good. Real good, okay. One of the arms. Alright, that's good also. The leg, but now I just realized something, that there is a little bit of a notch here which I did not sand off and clean up. I'm going to put this to the side. I'll take care of that afterwards. I don't want to accidentally spray this and then I realize, oh wait, it's going to probably be exposed, so I don't want to mess that up. So we'll move on to this part. This is the side part, I believe, for the shoulder, like from the side torso, so you can connect the arms. Again, good coverage. And let me do this part right here. The foot. there's some nice little details here, like these little part separations right here for the foot. Here in the tip on the, in the arm right there, this little section here. In the other, let me see here. I'm just trying to see. This part has a section there and there that I'm thinking of maybe masking it off and painting it another color tone. Probably the next color that I'm going to be using. There is hint of yellow in areas of here, like where this little vent there is. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'm not going to touch the yellow paint yet. I want to actually work with what I got, spray paint what I have. Once everything is dry and comfortable, then I'm going to mask it off to give it the extra detail. But this Arbalest is really nice. So let me continue on, finish up what I have, and then we're going to move on to the next parts. Okay, now there are three other colors that needs to be done besides the yellow also. Kind of hard to determine because I always keep messing this up because I just finished the whites and finished the blues, but then you have this trim color that's in the knee area. Like the knee there and there. The trim that goes around the shoulder. Under here, and let us not also forget, because also you have this part here and these parts there. It's like so subtle. There's nearly two different types of color tone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint them, those two color tones, only one color, and the only paint that I think is good enough is this Air Superiority green bluish type color, which I'm almost out of, which I actually used on my last kit. I still have plenty that will allow me to finish this. So let's get started. I've already sprayed the other parts, and I'm also having some problem with my airbrush now, and I don't know why. It's coming out. I'm hearing a lot of gargling. I'm hoping. I don't know what's going on with it now. I may have to pull out my other airbrush. You can actually hear it if I press it down. It's already mixing. And I have a distinct feeling something must have happened with the nozzle. This is not the one that broke or fell. It works. It just gives me this weird choking sound. Also it's backfilling inside my reservoir on the rocker. So once I'm done with this, I'm gonna have to immediately clean it, and I'm gonna have to pull out the other airbrush. Now I gotta see what's going on. If the nozzle is damaged, I'm gonna have to get myself now 2 nozzles now. Great. Yeah, this is a nice color. I know. I want to get another one like this. Here's the knee parts I was mentioning. starting to have some really bad luck with my airbrushes now. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. What my airbrushes are doing on its own. But at least if I can get this done, fine, then I'm going to move on to pulling out the other airbrush, which I know works. It better work. Because then once I'm done with this, then I have to start repairing it, getting new nozzles. The nozzle is like about 20 bucks a piece, so that's right there, 40 bucks of purchase. Yeah, now this is the part that's also different color tone that's behind the leg, but I'm actually going to paint it the same color. I don't have to waste my time on it. Alright, there is another color that I do have to paint, and now I just realized it. Oh no, that's right, I had it right the first time. I was like looking at it and I was like saying to myself, wait a minute, that's not right. Yeah, so the next colors are the darker color tone, the charcoal, which is this color that I want to be painting. And then of course the yellow, which is the only yellow parts. And then I'm going to mask them off and then paint the detail on the smaller parts to show off. I won't do this on camera. I'll get it done so you guys can all see this. So at the next video, you'll see the final work, and then we'll just do a complete assembly of the kit so we can all see it together. But I want to make sure I do this right, and then we don't make any messes here. Oh, alright, I think I'm done with this. I better refill it. Alright, with that being said, let me take care of this, and in the next video, we'll see the final results.